Hi, everybody.
Good evening.
Day.
This June.
The sunlight comes through the window here.
It makes me bright.
Yes.
It's a June 15th.
15th.
We just had this issue.
Yes, we did. We went through this. You
Yeah,
wrote a 5 right over there.
It's poorly written, but
That's okay. It's still.
I've been writing on whiteboards all day. So it's working. We're back.
Barrel Newscast. Yes, we were back from our little E3 vacation, I guess.
Yeah, you can call it a vacation.
Yeah.
Sure. Close enough.
Yeah.
All we did was sit.
Yeah. Well, I worked, but I worked instead of filming.
Oh yeah, no, what did I was free that night. All right, to go. Why did I have to think about that?
Filming much more fun than work, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Surprise! And my work's pretty easy.
I can't say where I work. So.
Yeah. No. Well, I mean, if you extrapolate it.
Yeah. So my tweets are always like, the place I work but can't name, and then I complain thoroughly.
Yeah, that's legal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's legal.
Because I'm technically not saying where.
They do make me sign a clause for my place.
Oh, that's
okay. But I can't complain about it personally, so.
Yeah.
Either way.
I hate my job.
Don't say that out loud. They might catch you.
I love my job. I love my job. I love my job.
Caught that one too.
I love my job. I love my job.
I saw that one too.
I put that in as many times as it would let me.
140 times?
Yeah, 140 characters.
Whatever that.
Copy, paste, copy, paste.
You should have made them all hashtags.
Then Twitter would have called me and been like, so,
you have a problem
spamming?
Hello, spam.
Yeah.
What?
No, I just really
don't even do this.
I just really love my job.
Stupid spam bots. In a case, shall we?
Yes, what have you been playing, Tony?
A lot of video games. Let's start with Super Mario Galaxy 2. Again, from fantastic Emden Public Library, where it's just saved me many dollars.
Many dollars.
It's I don't think I would have paid for it, but it's enough of a game that it's well put together.
Yes.
But it's just not big enough. I still like Super Mario Galaxy 1 better, even though the Yoshi controls are super awkward.
I didn't find that.
Well, it's because all this time they've been putting Yoshi into. Wait, was Yoshi in Sunshine?
Sure, kind of.
Okay. Well, this is the first time Yoshi's been like, you can point his tongue anywhere. So
yes. It's
weird trying to like go to the weird challenge stages where it's like eat all the enemies, and then like your Wii remote gets there and then off to the side and you miss your target because your Yoshi's weird like that.
See, I never had issues with any of that.
I don't know. It's hit or miss for the controls for the Yoshi stuff, and for the most part, it's Super Mario Galaxy. There's really nothing new.
No, it's just new levels.
Yeah, it's new levels.
The only reason I ended up buying it when it came out was because it was cheaper. It was cheaper than just Super Mario. Like, it came out not at $60.
Okay.
That's the only reason I bought it. Because I'm sitting there going, why would I pay full price for an expansion? I mean, I like Yoshi, don't get me wrong, but, you know, $60 would have been expensive for that game.
I wouldn't even paid that much. I think I would have paid like $40.
I'm not sure if it was 40 or 50, but I'm like, I really liked the first one.
Yeah.
And this one, they kind of just, they're like, so...
We just have the same engine from the before, and we put that little...
Well, and there's not even like story or anything to it. It's just like...
Oh yeah, it's like Bowser.
Princess is Peach, and you
go to... It's not like Paper Mario where, you know, there's actually depth in it.
Well, in Super Mario Galaxy, the first one actually had at least...
Oh yeah, with the stars and the princess.
Yeah, some cutscenes, and you ended up going to stuff. This one's just kind of like,
yeah. It's a classic Mario game.
This one's like Peach gets captured, and you go and meet this person on the starship thing, and off you go.
Like, it would have been neat to have some sort of like, oh man, it's Rose, hey, what's going on? I saved you before.
And she needs help. Like that, yeah, I know, I'm sitting there kind of thinking...
They had a lot of stuff they could have done, but they just didn't.
But Miyamoto doesn't like doing story. He's already said that. Mario games are just about the gameplay, so...
Like...
Which was
it's a decent game.
I enjoyed it.
It's cheap now, I think. Right?
Probably, yes.
I don't know. Go check your local library for that.
Or Amazon.com.
Where you can find such amazing games.
Or if you're watching this on our website, there should be a link that way.
Not on our face. Don't put it over our face.
No, but it will.
You can do that.
Yeah, we could.
Don't do that.
Don't. Yeah. Well, we can't link outside of YouTube anyway, so. It
Oh,
doesn't.
I was gonna say like you put it here and then I'll like look around the box. Look back in.
No, it's at the top of the page now though.
Silly annotations.
So.
That works. And that. What else did I play? I actually wrote a list of his. Street Fighter Cross Tekken on the PlayStation 3.
Did you break it?
I've been trying to. It's actually kind of difficult because I'm not a pro level player. But for the most part, it seems fine. It's not. There was a patch recently, so I don't know if it fixed it.
Oh, okay.
I can't tell if it fixed it or not because I can't do it with Rolando. I don't use them.
Right.
There's a weird. It's the first crossover game, like fighting game, that I've seen that actually promotes you to not use like your own combinations. It's better if you use like, for example, Ken and Ryu. They work together in the story, whatever. Their super combo attacks, whatever. It's doesn't deal more damage, but it's more flashier if you have them next side by side. So like the one where you do on this one super, the other one will do a custom super.
Okay.
For that combination. Whereas if you had only Ken and some other character,
they would just be the regular super.
Yeah, it's actually something different. The story is also custom if you have, pairing matching characters like from Tekken characters and Tekken characters. I don't know, like Jin and Xiaoyu or something like that. If they're together, their story is actually unique as you progress to the single player. Whereas it's super super awkward, and the Tekken characters play really really weird. There's a lot of canceling motions where you gotta during this motion do this move for another move, and then it leads into another move, or else you can't. It's very situational moves for the Tekken characters. So I can see why you go into the Street Fighter Cross Tekken tournament stuff. People only just use the Street Fighter characters.
But I mean,
and again, that's because
it's
weird.
Built by the Street Fighter people.
It's built by the Street Fighter people, and it's for them to try and incorporate the weird, like, because in Street Fighter. What the hell was that? Oh.
You're taking your lamp with you.
That's what's been squeaking. So, that was pissing me off. What was I saying? Yeah, the Tekken characters, they don't do like quarter circle punch. They don't do dragon punch motion stuff. So their moves are kind of in there. Like Jin can do a quarter circle punch and he does a pseudo fireball. Xiaoyu can do a dragon kick for her kick attacks, but a lot of it is really awkwardly placed for me. And for the Street Fighter guys, it's a great system because you can do low, medium, high again, and then you do a nice little tag out. Because remember in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, they made the combos easier where you could go low, medium, high. Well, you can do that in Street Fighter Cross Tekken as well. So it's easier for people who are still trying to get into fighting games that way.
See, and I knew that fighting game would be awkward just because Tekken is... The whole point of Tekken is that they actually take the martial arts and try and put them into the game. Like, this guy's good at Taekwondo, this guy's good at Kung Fu, this guy's good at this. So that's how they kind of make the fighting game, and then it goes to Street Fighter, which isn't 3D.
It's super,
and is fireballs and really just like intense,
mostly side-scrolling.
Yes.
It's super weird, especially with Hwoarang, my favorite Tekken character of all time.
My team, yeah.
His little flying hawk kick,
Yep.
It's like upwards and then his two kicks, back and forth. It's quarter circle back kick in Street Fighter Cross Tekken, which is completely opposite to
anything you'd think of, yeah.
But then it's a 4-button fighter into a 6-button fighter.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's why they're having problems translating Street Fighter onto the Tekken engine, because it's just.
And it makes sense too. Although, admittedly, it's probably the most elegant way they could have done it.
Yeah.
It works. For the most part, it works. So, there's a weird system where you can charge up your move into the character's ultra attack without wasting the meter.
Oh.
You just gotta charge it, like the focus attack from Street Fighter 4.
Yeah.
You just have to charge it. But if you're playing against the guy and you see him do that,
you get in there quick.
You rush in and you just deal damage.
Yeah.
Or else you're gonna get dealt damage.
Yeah.
So it's a good balance that way. It's a neat system because some of the characters' supers are pretty flashy. And then of course I'm playing on PlayStation 3, so I get Pac-Man.
Yes.
Pac-Man, Mega Man, Cole, and those PlayStation cat things.
Oh yes, the cat.
Which are super weird to play. It's funny because if you look at the movesets for the regular characters, there's like 15 something moves, but for the special characters, there's only like 3. Like in total, they're super and like 2 other moves. It's like, oh, we'll just put them in there, and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't even really think about it.
Yeah, it's a neat game. It's fun. For the most part. Again, I could probably see myself paying like $25 or $30 for it.
Wait until it's on sale.
Or the Ultimate Edition or whatever, because Capcom loves doing that with their fighting games.
That's true. You'll get Super Street Fighter versus Ultimate Tekken or something like that.
There's a rumor of Ultimate Marvel versus Capcom X. The rumor, which was immediately squashed by Seth Killian. So.
They don't want to get more money out of us for the same fighter with 2 extra characters?
Yeah, man, because you all wanted Mega Man.
Yeah. You want Mega Man? That'll be another $60.
He's not fat? Oh, sorry, never mind. So that's been my PlayStation rumblings. I actually haven't been playing a lot of Kingdom Hearts because my Vita finally got some love this week. Metal Gear Solid HD Collection.
Minus 1 game.
Collection, which you can still get on the PlayStation Store, which I can see why.
You can, but I don't know.
It looks good. It already looks good for a PlayStation Portable game. So
that's good.
If you're playing it on the Vita, it's gonna look extra good because, from what I can tell from Persona 3, being on both systems. For the most part, that's exactly what you think of Metal Gear. If you've played MGS 2 and 3, it's again the same game, but. Nice. It's really good the way that they incorporated the touch stuff. It's not intrusive as Uncharted was. Like you don't have to do it. It's stuff like moving the camera left and right or swaying back and forth. In Metal Gear Solid 3, if you have the knife equipped, you can just slash the back of the touch screen for knife attacks, which is you don't have to do it, but it's there if you want to. The big thing, of course, is with transferring. You can transfer your save over to the PlayStation 3.
Collector's edition.
No, just regular edition.
Oh, okay.
It's I got the update a couple days ago too for that.
No, but I mean like the collection, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you need to own the PlayStation 3 version. I'm pretty sure it doesn't work on the Xbox, just because.
No, that's not what the transferring's for.
So no, I don't think I can't see that being on the Xbox. But
no, it's not.
It would be neat because the way that they've set it up is that you can do it over the cloud. So. You don't actually have to have your PlayStation 3 and Vita on the same network. You can just have it on the cloud, walk in, push a button, and it syncs to the cloud. One thing to note is if you want your trophies on the Vita version, you have to start your save on the Vita version. Which is, it was really convoluted the way it was worded.
Yeah.
But you have to start your save there, and then when you transfer it over to the PlayStation 3, continue playing there, and you say you unlock some trophies. My understanding is when you transfer it back and you load the game, it'll automatically pop up on your Vita version. I have not tested this yet because I've played the game for about like an hour. Well, because I've played those games. Yeah. I've played them like 10 times on like 3 different systems. So it's not like, I understand the cutscene, I'll still watch it, but I can totally, I know the words back and forth. So, not to say that they're bad games, I've just played them a lot.
Yeah.
One game that actually got a lot of play from me this week, though, Gravity Rush, the new PlayStation Vita game, which my back of the box quote, if I was to put a quote on the back of this box, is that it's the game that should have launched with the Vita, because it's actually a really, really good game. It's made by the guys who did the original Silent Hill game from the PlayStation 1, to get some background on it. It's a completely new IP, which you play as Cat. You wake up in a world, and I can't pronounce it because I think it's all German influenced, like the wording, the character art, and everything. But you wake up in a world, and you have the ability to control gravity around you. So when you press the R button, like in the game world, think of it as Grand Theft Auto, but without gravity controls.
Okay.
You can walk around, you're a hero, you're a superhero, you can beat bad guys up. They're called Nevi. But at the press of a button, you turn off gravity for your character and anyone around you, and then you can fly all the way up to the sky, turn off gravity, and then kick them, like drop kick someone with gravity. So, and the neat thing is when you switch gravity to a wall, that surface becomes your new walking surface. So you can run up walls pretty much, or ceilings, or wherever you point your gravity to, your center of gravity. It's a great. I love it. It looks fantastic. It plays really, really well. The only problem is there's the initial load time's a little long, but only because it's an open world game that has no loading after it. After you start the game. So, mission structure for the Portal, it's I don't know. It's an open world game where you can choose various missions to go on. There's a lot of DLC for it as well, but that's a little later on. Right. I feel as if there's a lot of content already without the DLC in the game, and I've been playing the game for about 4 or 5 hours now, and I'm really digging what I'm seeing in it. So, hopefully, we'll see more of this game comes eventually down the pipeline, and I'll show it to you. I think you'll love it too. So, like with Gravity Rush and the new Assassin's Creed game coming out this October. Sorry. I think the Vita will actually finally have a chance out there. I don't know, and of course, Metal Gear Solid HD Collection is actually really, really good on the portable. So.
Yeah, the only thing with the portable version of that is that we've had. I mean, it's the same problem that the Wii U's gonna have. Is we have the games already. So, repurchasing them for either a handheld or is kind of.
Yeah, it's almost too soon, I think, for the HD collection in general. For both Vita, Xbox, or for Xbox, Vita, and PS3. It's almost too soon for those. Not to say that they weren't done bad, it's just it's too soon for them.
See, I didn't mind the ones on Metal Gear Solid 2.
Oh, it's a little dated.
It is, but it's been a long time since it's come out.
Yeah. 2 would have been, I think, great as a download only.
Yeah, but they made it look a lot better than it used to look. Like, that's what I mean. It's not like they just kind of were like, yeah, it fits on an HD television.
It's not like they put a Band-Aid over it and made it look good.
That's what I mean. Like, the console ones, I think, were good.
And the Vita does look good. The Vita versions. Yeah. They look outstanding, especially on the OLED screen.
It just would have been nice if it would have kind of come with the game. Or if you would have bought the PS3 version, then maybe you got a coupon for the game.
There is a rumor swirling around the PlayStation Plus community that Sony is looking at, if you're a PlayStation Plus member and you buy a digital version of a game, say Ratchet and Clank, Sly Cooper, Thieves in Time, because that's getting a PS3 and PS Vita release.
Right.
If you buy the digital version on the PS3, you will get the Vita version for free if you're a Plus member. That is a rumor going on, like, for that service coming out.
Yeah.
I think I think that's a great idea, because I would definitely get it on the PS3.
Right.
Because that does do the whole save cloud syncing. When they after E3 they announced it, so like I think that's a good idea, but it's very
Well, and then do you because then how many boxes do you make? Because are you actually gonna box it? Yeah, that's
It's up in the air.
Yeah.
And of course they could probably do that with Assassin's Creed 3 when that comes out. They, here, buy Assassin's Creed 3 on the PlayStation Store. Here's Liberation for free.
Yeah, except they're 2 really different games.
But I think there's a lot of connection between them in terms of unlocking stuff. And that's something they can do. It's not like they can't do it.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know. I think if the PlayStation 3 games either came with a coupon, so you got money off of the PSP game that went with that game, that would be good. Or like I said the last time, you start losing some money and you put Sly Cooper, the PlayStation Vita game, in with the PS3 game.
I'm almost okay with the Vita version, the digital stuff though. I'm okay with that personally, because I just traded in Infamous 2 just for the digital version, because I got that one on the Plus.
Right.
I traded that in for free because Future Shop's stupid.
But that's what a lot of people I don't really buy full games as digital. So to me it's kind of well, why do they get the deal? Because they buy it digitally when I'm paying more to get the hard copy of the game. And
well, no, yeah, it's part of the PlayStation Plus subscription, so they still have to pay. They're still paying. In the end, they're paying more, but for less.
Yeah.
Like they're paying to have. If you're not a Plus subscriber, you wouldn't have access to the service.
Right.
They're saying.
It's iffy.
I like the idea. Again, Ruber.
They got to do a lot for the Vita, which they didn't really do much at E3.
They had about a handful of good stuff, not a lot of it. What they had was good, just needed more.
That's even analysts were sitting there going, for a system that's not doing well, they should have really focused on it more, and kind of dropped that book thing and focused on their handheld. Because they were saying the same thing about Nintendo, and I mean Nintendo had a pretty poor showing too for the 3DS, but the 3DS is selling.
Yeah, well, it took them a little though.
It took them some time, and a price drop, but it's selling now. So that's the thing. Like, Nintendo can kind of go, yeah, we have a 3DS. You people know we have a 3DS. Here are some big games coming out for it. Good day.
Mm-hmm.
PlayStation should have kind of come out a little bit more like.
They do have a little bit, just not a lot.
They didn't have. I don't think they had enough. Is the problem.
Yeah, like I am interested in Soundscapes, even though they didn't talk about it, and that was announced last E3 or something like that.
Yeah.
I want to see more of what that game is, and of course, I want to see more of what Assassin's Creed will look like, other than like the 5 seconds of gameplay that we saw. Yeah, like I think the Vita right now it is in the right direction. It just needs to be. They just need to ramp it up a little bit more. There's like Gravity Rush is a fantastic game in my opinion. They just need more of those kinds of titles.
And maybe a price drop.
I don't think a price drop is necessary now. There's enough in it that a lot of people are okay. I understand that this works this way. This is why your tech works that way. I think that's why. Like, you probably won't see a price drop until, before next E3, because they'll probably do like, oh, there's a new slim PS Vita for the same price as our set price drop,
right,
or something like that. But of course in Canada we still don't have our 3G Vita.
No.
Which would have helped a lot, I think. Like, obviously not for me, but for people who want that service, I think people would have gotten that.
I don't know, because that's another plan that I have to sign up for.
And that's the thing, like, for us, it wouldn't be for us, but, for that average, woohoo gamer.
I don't know. I still don't know.
It's...
to me, there's too many plans out there.
I would like to see.
All of my
I would
stuff.
like to see what the subscriber rate is, like, Cause,
yeah, in the States, I'd like to see what
because AT&T probably can track all that stuff. Because you buy your 3G Vita, you get your first month free. That's cool, but how many people are actually
signing up after that?
After that,
yeah.
So.
Yeah, because then you got your PlayStation Plus membership on top of that, which is another.
Which is a huge disappointment, I think. From the biggest disappointment is that there's no Plus, stuff for the Vita.
Yeah.
I have both these things. Put them together, do something.
Well, especially E3 this year, they're like, yeah, have a ton of free games on your PlayStation 3, and it's like,
that's
cool.
How about the Vita? Does that get a free game or two?
No.
Or some weird
You can play those mini games or whatever.
Yeah. No,
or you can play some of your PlayStation 1 classics.
There's only one mini game that I really like.
Those minis or whatever they are. Yeah.
There's only one that's actually good. Go buy it. It's Age of Zombies, guys.
So yeah, that is actually a good one.
I love it.
I played on my PlayStation 3.
I played on my PSP, so it's awesome.
But yeah, they didn't do any. That's what I mean. Do you think a company with something that's not doing well but could do well would have kind of pushed?
They have a lot of potential. They have a lot of potential.
Yeah.
After what happened in the last year, so
either way.
What have you been doing? I've been playing game after game after game and watching movie after movie.
I've been watching X-Files.
Yeah, I watched Resident Evil Afterlife.
Oh, okay.
And I kept throwing up because they kept ruining my Resident Evil.
Yes.
But I'm doing it just so I can get ready for Afterlife.
The next one, yeah.
Or whatever it's called.
Whatever the next one is, yeah. No,
oh yeah, no.
I'm trying to finish Assassin's Creed, except I keep Revelations because I keep getting sidetracked by all the side stuff. And there's so much side stuff, and I'm just like, I gotta finish this little side thing, and I gotta finish this little side thing, and then
there's a lot in that game.
So that just keeps piling up, and I wrote for my review, it is a long game, and there is a lot to it, but I still would not pay $60.
I'm really surprised how much content they stuffed in it.
But for me, an expansion pack always should have a lot of stuff pushed into it because everything else is built. Your engine is built, you know.
I'm really surprised they didn't make it like a digital or something like that. Like, add-on. Like, here's a $40 add-on to Assassin's Creed.
$40 I would have paid for that game.
I think we paid $20.
I would guess.
Yes.
$20. So, but I would have paid $40. At initial release, I would have paid $40, and then you release a small little collector's edition for $60, and you're good.
Yeah, no, they went overboard with their collection editions for that. They had like.
Well, and the original game's $60, and I'm like, that's all fine and good, but whatever. Either way, it's a really good expansion pack.
I didn't even bother putting it into my disc.
So I'm enjoying it. It's just taking me longer than I thought it would.
Well, had you paid $60, I don't think you would have enjoyed it. So.
No, I would have been angry with it had I paid that much money, because it's the same as Brotherhood, but in the setting of 1.
You mean the same as Assassin's Creed 2?
2. Well, Brotherhood had a few little extra tidbits, yes, adding your little assassins and stuff.
I did like that in Brotherhood, and I do think Brotherhood was nice.
Yes.
Like
Brotherhood also, not a $60 game, but
I think I did pay $60.
I think I did too, and then all of a sudden they just kept pumping out, like, they're like, here's another subtitle game, and I'm like, I'm not paying $60 for another one.
It's too repetitive.
And Revelations, you could look at some of the scores, and it's one of the lowest scoring games for ratings and all that stuff, and I think just because people were like, okay, we're sick and tired of the same game for the same price.
Do you think this is a ploy on Ubisoft? Because everyone's like, oh man, I can't wait for the next Assassin's Creed. Here's Revelations. Oh, okay.
No, they're
literally... and then they show a trailer for 3 going, ah! It becomes the most one of the most pre-ordered games.
Well, no, because they're kind of different teams working on the different games.
That's true.
So Assassin's Creed 3 they've been working on for 3 years, and during that development time, to keep money flowing through the company, they keep releasing Brotherhood and Revelations, which I'm fine with. Except, don't charge $60 for a game that's not costing you as much to make.
Would they have, made that money back?
I think they would have made. They still would have made a profit because
they're probably
your assets are built.
Yeah.
Like that's what I mean. Like all the stuff that actually takes money to produce.
They're probably still making money on Assassin's Creed 1. Honestly, like there's people that still haven't played Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
They're like, oh man,
3's coming out.
Yeah, maybe I should play 1, 2, and everything else.
Yeah. So I don't know. To me, it's.
Yeah, it's not.
It's iffy. And then
I'd much rather watching someone. I'm okay with watching someone do the ending for Revelations and then go, oh, okay.
And then I booted up Little Big Planet 2.
How do you feel?
I feel like it's Little Big Planet 1.
Yeah, that's why I didn't even bother.
And I mean, I got it for free, and I thought I'd try it. The best part of that game is literally Stephen Fry.
That's right. He does the narration.
He does the narration, and he is the best. And he's the only reason I played it for 2 hours.
Yeah,
because he kept talking, and I'm just like, cool. Stephen Fry.
Yeah, I saw him I played the first one.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and he was in the first one, and the first one I thought was like some of the mechanics were a little, and then you get into 2, and I'm like, this is the exact same game. Like nothing for me in that game had changed. Like I was just kind of flabbergasted by the fact that nothing had changed.
Now the only thing that's worth mentioning is that you can download games now.
Yes.
Like custom games.
Yes, you can download a lot of custom-y type stuff. There's like a fighting mechanic that you can throw into the game.
Terrible. It's terrible.
I know.
I've seen it. It's terrible.
It's there.
Like someone tried to do like Mortal Kombat in it, and it was just
So that's what I've been playing. Nothing huge. I got a couple new apps on my phone, but they're for running, not for fun. So.
Fun is running.
Running is fun for me, but so I will have a write-up at some point on those 2 apps that I downloaded because one of them was absolutely atrocious and the other one was amazing.
That's good.
So I do have a write-up. It won't be my review for the week, but it will be my write-up. So that's what I've been doing.
Oh shit! I only have 43 gigs left of my 300. The hell's on my PlayStation?
Movies.
Video games, apparently.
Obviously.
Oh.
Okay, news?
Ang.
Yes, we'll fly through these.
Go.
So.
Let's go.
Yes.
Going. Valve
Yay.
has finally learned, or at least Gabe Newell has learned that hats is a serious business for Team Fortress 2.
No.
It is serious business. So serious that he has hired a professional economist to manage how much they charge and how much things should be going on in their mass market of hats business model, hat model.
That's kind of scares me because I don't want the price of hats to go up.
I've never bought hats in the first place.
Neither have I.
I've always crafted them where they've given them to me for free.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like
So,
I get free
but
hats
it's
for
crazy.
stuff, but
It's insane how much they sell
oh yeah,
for hats.
love them.
It's insane. Like, and you can't really trade them back either. It's
No,
you buy
you
them
buy
and
them, they're yours.
and yours.
But that's even like the Microsoft Avatar clothes.
Yeah.
People buy them. Like those things came out, and I'm like, no one's gonna buy this.
The only reason why I bought mine is because I had points left over.
Yeah, you had points left, and I mean, I always end up buying something on Xbox Live Arcade, so I don't spend my extra Microsoft points. They sit there until I need them. But
You know,
I see my friends, and they change clothes maybe at least once a month
that's crazy.
into new stuff. Like
Like an average suit costs like what, 1,500 points or something like that. Like
no,
a full, like
the full
yeah,
costume.
the full costume suit.
1,200-ish. So yeah,
So that's
$8
yeah, that's a lot of bucks.
for an Avatar guy. That
Yeah, like in TF2 it makes sense because you see
yeah,
the
your
heavy-
character.
your character's there,
character.
and everyone else can see like, oh, my heavy looks like this. Oh, my heavy
It looks like
this.
this. Yeah, your avatars aren't really
Yeah.
in games.
Yeah.
Like it'd be different if they had a PlayStation Home type
Yeah.
deal where you could walk around like, yeah, that's right. I have a stormtrooper costume.
I have a sub.
Eat it.
I have a sub
Yeah.
in my hand. I have a Subway sandwich.
But like that's
too.
what I mean. Like at least if there was a place where you could show off your avatars
No.
as opposed to
Yeah,
just
because
that
you can
home
only do it
screen.
if you're friends.
Yes.
Right.
Like that's
and
what I mean.
and the odd game online, which doesn't even use the suits.
No, it just uses whatever they give
Yeah.
you in that Avatar game. They're not
Right.
going to transfer all the suits into the game. That's what I
Mhm.
like. It's very awkward that
It's
if you get the stuff for free, totally cool. Like
Yeah.
some games give it as awards.
yeah.
but
Again, for like Valve always gives stuff out.
Yeah.
Pre-order this game.
get
this.
hats.
Get every other game.
Get a pile of hats.
That's what this economist is probably for. He's probably there to.
How many hats can you give away
Yeah.
for free as to
Yeah.
how many you can
Yeah.
actually sell.
How much money do you make for other people
Yeah.
if your game has hats in it? Your game can have. This game should probably have hats in it.
Yes.
This Shogun game probably have hats.
Yeah. Give them hats. Okay.
It's,
Yeah.
It's
It's
weird.
scary how how fake clothes can do such big business. But I guess look at Second Life; it does the exact same thing.
Everything. Yeah, microtransactions.
Yeah. But I mean, like
That's
you
what's
can buy a hat for your Second Life character. That'll be $15, and it's like, oh cool, I got a Nike hat.
I don't
and it's
understand that.
like Nike just
Nike
made.
sponsored.
That's what I mean. Like Nike will hire a person to make
It's
a digital hat that someone will pay $15 for.
And how much money did they spend into it? Like how much money did they
You hire
spend?
one guy to make clothes for you.
The most is you're spending you're giving him the program
Yeah.
to model it.
Yeah, that's it.
Then that probably costs like what, a couple $100?
And you make your money back because there's crazy people online that buy this stuff. I'm the one that will walk around naked if you don't give me clothes.
They should maybe pay you to be naked because then, and then you
There's
have,
another guy in his underwear and socks.
We
Maybe we should give him some pants.
mandatory pants, $15. Fuck.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Like, I'm not gonna play your game if you're not gonna give me clothes.
I think I'm walking around in a night robe on my PlayStation.
You are on your home.
With a Subway sandwich.
My home guy's in his clothes. I think he might. No, his room has like the shotgun from Uncharted 3 because I played that little mini game when it came out on home.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I got some stuff from that for my little actual apartment building.
Yeah.
And then it's like, would you like to move here? You can pay the... And I'm like, I'm not paying you people money for this place. Go away.
I actually have the summer apartment that were giving out.
Yeah.
In the beta.
That's what I mean. If you give me something for free on that,
I
I will
remember-
take it.
I remember you can get the Batman's Batcave if you have the Arkham Asylum game. The
Wow.
first Arkham Asylum game.
I have it on my Xbox.
Hey, it's got the Batmobile in it.
I'm good. Next
That's
up,
cool. Next.
Nintendo said that they are making another Zelda game for the 3DS. The big choice internally right now is whether they do Majora's Mask or A Link to the Past.
Link to the Past.
And the general consensus online is definitely A Link to the Past.
Yeah, Majora's Mask is a close second, but
Because I love Majora's Mask,
I love.
but they just did Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, it's.
So if they were to remake Link to the Past in 3, like with Ocarina's graphics,
Yeah.
That's the plan.
I think it's a cop out for them if they did it.
If they just did Majora's Mask.
Yeah,
Me
because
too.
it's like, hey, we just plop in an extra story.
Yeah, we just take the story that's already written with the code that's already written,
Yeah.
plop it in here, Because,
Yeah.
let's face it, guys, Majora's Mask used most of the same character models as
Yeah, they just
Ocarina
high-res them
2.
because it's like
Yeah.
mandatory expansion pack,
Expansion
which we
pack
don't do that
game.
anymore here, guys.
Yeah.
We don't need that.
But that's what I mean. So all of a sudden, I'm like Link to the Past all the way.
Done.
Miyamoto was on the side of A Link to the Past.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's what ends up happening.
Mhm.
So.
Like, he liked the game anyway, right? So.
Well, A Link to the Past is still my favorite Zelda game.
I like it. I like all of. I can't choose one.
It's still my favorite. Like, I can go back to that one before I can go back to any other one.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people online are like, or they started with that game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was their first Zelda
My
game.
first Zelda game, and then, like, Link to the Past was not my first Zelda game. I think mine was Link's Awakening on the Game Boy.
Yes, that was
Which-
mine too. Which was actually just the sequel to
Mm-hmm.
A Link to the Past. So.
Mhm. So next, Zelda again.
Yeah.
Miyamoto. We're just on Miyamoto.
Yep.
He wants to make a brand new IP.
Really?
A brand new game.
The crazy man who
That's-
keeps coming up with the only brand new IPs out of Nintendo.
He is. He wants to make a first-person shooter game styled after the modern war games that we see now. How do you... I think that would be neat because he'll put his own twist on it.
That's what I
and
mean.
it'll be really, really freaking cool.
It'll have a Miyamoto twist, which will make it so completely different from everything else
and
out
then,
there
like-
that it'll be like,
Filled with Nintendo references because they can do that.
Yeah.
It's
like there'll be something really weird
It'll
about
be a
it.
gun that shoots Pikmin or something like that,
Yeah.
just as like a bonus or whatever. But it'll be something for the Wii U,
Yeah.
and it'll be because what I've seen from Zombie U
Mm-hmm.
actually looks really cool.
Yeah.
So I think they can do it with the Wii U.
Yeah. Well, the nice thing to know about the Wii U is a lot of the big name publishers, like EA, we didn't really hear anything out of. Activision, we didn't hear anything out of, and now people have called them and gone like, so the Wii U, and they're like, oh no, we are totally supporting it. We're just kind of getting all of our ducks in a row before we announce anything, because we don't want to come out big and not have any, big. We don't want to fall on our faces kind of thing.
Yeah.
So they're just making sure.
If they're gonna make a Call of Duty game,
Yeah.
they're gonna make it right.
Yeah, so they're just making sure everything is pinpoint perfect before they announce any games coming out. So everybody's
Yeah.
supporting the Wii U.
Yeah.
We're all just waiting on
Just
more
like
games.
the Vita, because last year they could have announced the new Call of Duty. They could have announced another Assassin's Creed, but they didn't.
Yeah, they want to make sure they've got everything kind of.
Yeah, like.
So we will be hearing more about the Wii U before it comes out from all these other companies, which is good to hear. But yeah, a first-person shooter made by Miyamoto would be.
He just doesn't have the time right now.
Well, it's because he's doing Pikmin and probably another Nintendogs and then another
It's
Mario
'cause
game and then
he's too
another
busy-
Zelda game.
He's
and
too
then-
busy not putting online in Pikmin 3.
It doesn't need it, in
I
my
don't-
opinion.
And I don't really care if it had it or not. I would never play it online anyways.
No, it's not a game that I like. I think in Pikmin 2 they had co-op,
There's gonna be co-op in it, so.
but it doesn't need it. And honestly, with Nintendo products, I always like playing Nintendo games next to someone else.
Yeah, but there's gonna be a huge focus on multiplayer, on online stuff this time around.
I
so
know, but
The Pikmin would have been a perfect game for them to do that with, I think.
mm,
No, I think it would have been. It would have been like great.
well, but it's a hard game to just jump in.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think they almost need a Lego game, where it's jump in and jump out kind of gameplay.
Multiplayer?
Yeah.
Why does that not exist yet? For Lego games?
Online?
Yeah.
Because Telltale just doesn't do online. They never really have.
Huh.
It just keeps. They want you to be sitting next to the person you're playing with. They actually want to force you into that experience. So
Oh, well, hit or miss with me.
those are still my like I say when I play multiplayer. That's kind of the way I prefer it, except first-person shooters.
Yeah, first-person shooters.
I'm okay with online. I'm okay with sitting next to the person. I'm okay either way. As other games, it's kind of like Mario Kart. It's way more fun when you're next to the people.
Oh
you're
yeah,
racing.
Mario Party, way fun. Way
Yeah,
more fun.
like Mario Party online.
And
would
now
be
the thing is
dull
with-
as hell.
Now the thing is with Pikmin though, like, if they do add in multiplayer, like they have the thing where they can be like, oh, everyone has their own screen.
Yes.
They can play. You can the levels can be redesigned to be a little bit more expensive. Blah 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 blah. Which would be cool. I don't really care about that. So next.
Diablo 3, we talked about a lot lately. The Real Money Auction House is going to be a thing.
It's a
if
thing.
it's not already a thing.
It's a thing.
I think it's a thing.
It's official now.
Yes.
That was one of my mini things.
Yes, it is a thing.
It is a thing.
It is released. But you can't use it unless you have an authenticator attached to your Battle.net account.
That's unfortunate.
Well, here's the thing.
It makes sense, but it's unfortunate for those who really wanted it.
There is an application on your iPhone and Android, which is the authenticator.
Mhm.
So
It's free.
you can get it free. So stop whining.
You don't. How much is the authenticator?
The authenticator, if you actually order it from Blizzard, is I think $3 plus shipping.
Mm-hmm.
But like me, if you wanted something else from them,
Yeah, like if you already give them money for things.
like yeah, if you're gonna order, like go onto the store,
They
see
actually
if
have
there's something you'd like.
It's like the Valve store. They actually have things.
Stuff, like really cool stuff. So if you actually order something,
Yeah.
throw an authenticator in.
Yeah.
Or, again, iPhone or Android.
Free apps.
Free apps.
So
So you can't really complain. All Blizzard's trying to do is protect your money and your PayPal account or whatever.
yeah,
you use to-
I forgot about the iOS apps.
Yeah.
Those counted as
Yeah,
the
they're authenticators. So that's what I mean. Like I kind of like people have been complaining about the fact that they shouldn't need an authenticator to keep their Diablo 3 stuff safe, and I'm like,
Now, if it was the only way to get if the authenticator only worked if you had the physical copy, I could see people complaining.
me too.
So,
But the fact that Blizzard gives you the option of having a free authentic, like I have an authenticator because I ordered stuff off the store. I ordered plushies because
I'm surprised.
cool
Did
like
you,
that. But
I thought they gave authenticators out in some of the games.
if you get the collector's edition of games, you get an authenticator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You must have like a lot of them.
No.
Oh.
Because they started authenticators after
Which WoW expansion?
Cataclysm. They started them during Cataclysm because you could get a Cataclysm authenticator.
And that's when you have, right?
Because I ordered it during Cataclysm with my plushies.
You can still buy Cataclysm.
Yeah, no, you can
the collector's edition.
I have the collector's edition.
Yeah.
But
it's still ridiculously expensive.
yeah,
For
it's not worth it. But yeah, so if you want to use real money, they want to make sure you're as safe as humanly possible on their
and I
stuff.
I forgot about the digital authenticators.
Yeah. So it's not a big deal, and people keep complaining, and then there's people
Again,
in the forums that come online going, guys, go on your iPhone.
Again, if you don't have a smartphone
Yes.
device, probably a problem.
Do you have an iPod Touch?
What if they don't have an iPod Touch?
Well, then order one.
So I'm gonna order a $200 minimum iPod Touch.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna order
not the iPod Touch, but order the authenticator.
Yeah.
Like the most it's going to cost you
That's
is.
super niche though. So.
And here's my other thing: if you're going to use the real money auction house,
Yeah, you should.
essentially you're going to make your money back.
Yeah, hopefully.
That is the trick, right?
Yeah, that's the idea.
You're trying to make your money back. I don't know how well the real money auction house
It's
will
just
actually
started just
do,
this week. So
but
I think it actually just started yesterday or something.
I don't know.
Something really weird.
Like to me, I would never pay real money for digital stuff.
Mhm.
The only time I do that is when, like, World of Warcraft every once in a while, it's like, here, this goes to charity. You know, if you buy this little mini pet, you'll get the digital guy, and the money goes to Child's Play. And I'm like, oh, I love me some Child's Play.
Child's Play is great.
So, I will pay them money for digital stuff because the money goes to something.
Yeah.
But there was like the mount that came out that was $25. The money went to nobody other than Blizzard, and I'm like, fat chance that's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
And people bought it.
I don't know.
People buy
No.
digital things. It boggles my head. Either way.
I don't know. If it doesn't have anything, it all started with horse armor. Anyways.
Anywho.
Old Republic, BioWare /EA.
Yep.
I don't know how much BioWare is in it now. They're looking at a free-to-play model for Old Republic. Old Republic might be getting free-to-play. Surprise to everyone. The thing that they said they would not do, they're looking into it because quote unquote we're trying to follow the trends in MMO gaming.
See, and it's funny because World of Warcraft does have free to play.
Yes, well,
Up to
so
level
limited.
20. It's
So-
actually really not limited.
Is level 20 big?
Level 20 is a lot. There's a lot of content to level 20. The only thing is you can't. They kind of take some of your chat stuff away, and you can't use the auction house.
So I'm okay with auction house, but I need to have full chat functionality.
You have a lot of chat functionality.
What am I not getting?
I don't think you can whisper people.
Oh.
But I think you can party chat and you can just general like.
But what if
chat.
I want to play like just spontaneously like I'm gonna play World of Warcraft now? Is Nick online? Whisper to Nick. Oh, you can't do that in your version. Give us
I
money.
think that's exactly what would happen, except you could then find like look me up right-click me and ask me to join party, and I'd be like, oh, Tony's, and of course your name would pop up when you came online.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
okay.
Like that's what I mean. Like stuff, there's workarounds.
That seems very about.
But for free.
I guess.
You know, and then hopefully by the time you hit level 20, you're gonna go, I must get higher monies. But that's what they're trying to do. So that's the free to play.
I'm sure someone's already done that though, like giving them more money for that.
Oh, easily.
So.
And my other thing now is I'm wondering if that's kind of what Old Republic's looking into is get so far in our game, and then you can give us money to keep going.
Yeah.
And I mean that's a cool model because at least it gives you the chance to try it out.
I'd pay money for a digital lightsaber though. Depends on what you know, if it's like purple or something. I'd be Mace Windu again.
Yeah, but you don't have to. You get a lightsaber in the game.
Purple one.
Well, you might have to go on a special quest for your
2 purple ones. Either way, so
Yes.
free to play for Old Republic.
Maybe.
It's a thing that's
They're looking apparently into
Yeah.
it. So.
But which is super weird because it's kind of successful, but not really.
Well, it dropped. It had a big drop.
Yeah. Surprisingly, after like 2 months or something.
Yeah, because everybody hit end game content and there wasn't much.
They're giving
so.
away free months though still.
Yeah, well. How do you know about Habbo Hotel?
I don't.
Only the coolest place online for
You
pedophiles.
and I differ completely of the coolest place online. It's clearly barrelrollnews.com.
Obvious.
But
This is hilarious because news reports are finally figuring this out. Habbo Hotel is a haven for pedophiles. Really?
Welcome to the party?
Yeah. This is what Habbo Hotel was pretty much invented.
Whoa! What are you doing after now?
You essentially created a hotel
For rapists.
space where people can chat with random people.
I'm pretty sure every time you watch To Catch a Predator,
that's where it starts.
That's where their like online profiles come from.
And it's hilarious because we used to do this in high school. We'd go on there just for fun, and we'd have a little guy dancing, and it would be like one person would walk by, and we'd be like, wants to make out, and they're like, oh, totally, and we'd send them to a random ass room, and we'd send like 20 people there, and then you'd show up to see who actually showed up, and people go. Like, it's the creepiest thing.
Well, I want to do that now.
So now my biggest thing is, Habbo Hotel, haven for pedophiles. Is there actually anybody on there that isn't a pedophile? Is it just a bunch of pedophiles walking around pretending to be other people and then...
Maybe it's some weird like social experiment to put all the pedophiles
That's
in
what I
one
mean.
spot.
This could be the safest thing ever, is just get all the pedophiles hitting on all the other pedophiles, and none of them know...
IP block all of them.
Well, but all of them don't know that, because they're all pretending to be young people, right? So they all think that they're...
Isn't that what a pedophile is? They just think, they just want to do that?
They pretend to be young to hit on young people and
Yeah.
sexually get
Yeah.
off on... Yes.
Yeah.
So if they all keep pretending to be young people, it works out, because they're all getting off, but they're all just doing it with other pedophiles.
They're doing it with themselves.
So it's keeping them away from your kids.
It's safety first, kids.
So this shouldn't be a bad thing. Just keep your kids off of Apple Hotel.
Don't play it, please.
Just leave it for them. It's their own little space on the internet where they can dream and not hurt people.
Yeah, no, that works. I'm okay with that.
It's a weird haven
do that.
for pedophile. Yeah, either way. It just boggled me that news reports are finally figuring this out.
I have no idea why.
I don't know why it's taken this long. We knew that as soon as we got on there.
Any digital online chat room like thing.
That's all it is.
That's free.
Yes. And that's all. It's a giant chat. It's a
Like Second Life.
But
Second Life is like that.
I know, but it's cheaper than Second Life. You actually have to pay for stuff. Habbo Hotel, you can get a room. There's nothing in it because you have to pay for a bed and stuff. But you can have an empty room, and you go to all these different there's a poolside thing, and you can go.
I don't like Habbo Hotel.
They look like little Lego people, which is what's enticing to kids. But then you walk around, and it's like you have that one guy
ASL.
walking around dancing, and it's like, hey, wants to make out.
ASL.
Wants to make out. Wants to make out.
ASL.
Wants to make out.
ASL.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way. Skip, down to see the arrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
StarCraft 2, Heart of the Swarm, is that what it's called?
The Zerg.
The Zerg, the weird not expansion.
Yeah.
It is 99% done, guys. It is almost out.
And like I
Later.
Like I said before,
Eventually.
it shouldn't be that hard.
It should.
It's essentially the same
They're
units.
adding like 10 it's amazing how they're just putting 1 billion units in it, man. They're adding so many new changes to the story that you don't have to pay for the story once you buy the game.
Whoa.
It's the 1%'s a bitch apparently. So you'll get
one last unit's just giving them some real balancing issues.
No, it's the cutscene.
Oh, that's a whole different department.
And it's Kodak's probably in front of them. You will get your Heart of Swarm soon. It is 99% done. How much would you... It's like a Klondike bar commercial. How much would you pay to play Heart of Swarm?
I'm honestly going to wait on this one. Like, StarCraft 2 was good.
Mm-hmm.
But for me...
Like, I don't know. Like, maybe...
Again...
Maybe this is the StarCraft game that will finally break me into real-time strategy games. Like, I will buy this game, apparently.
Like, again, to me,
I've gone crazy, apparently.
Heart of the Swarm is an expansion pack.
But it's not at the
But
same
they're
time.
labeling it as a whole new game, and I'm
it's
like...
It's an expansion pack that's not an expansion pack.
And, I mean, that's a lot of there's a lot of Activision in that decision right there.
No, you could... It bleeds and
it bleeds Bobby Kotick, yeah.
Yeah. Like, before they, did whatever they did with them.
Well, because before they were actually, it was going to be, we're releasing the human... Before it was actually 3 different games.
Yeah.
It was going to be like, if you want to play Protoss, you buy this game. If you want to play humans, you buy this game. And everybody's like, hold up, yo.
Yeah.
And essentially, they're doing the same thing. They're just labeling it different.
And what's worse is now that if you want to play... This is the worst part of this. It's like, if you want to play multiplayer, you need that version to play multiplayer with that people.
Because they're adding
There's so many
extra
new
units.
And that makes sense, but that's just so, like, from a side, like a person on the side looking at this going, like...
You're making me fork over $60?
There 3 times?
Yeah.
If I want to... which one do I play?
Yeah.
But I want this one, but then what about the people from there?
Yeah.
And then in the future, the third one, which one do I buy? Do I just buy the last one then? Because apparently that's going to have all the balance changes
Yeah,
from everything else before it. And
because they're not going to balance 3 different...
games. They're not
going to balance, 3 different online games.
Don't be crazy.
So whatever the final balance is for StarCraft 2, the Human Edition, that's going to be it.
Yeah.
So when you play online...
Maybe you can, when 2 comes out and everyone moves ship over to that one, I'll get Heart of, or Wings of Liberty, I'll put it in and I'll destroy everyone because no one's playing it. It'll be me and like some Korean guy.
It'll be you, yeah. Then
I'll still get destroyed. Don't
It'll be you and me, because I'm not gonna get Heart of the Swarm right off the bat, unless it's cheap. Because to me, again, expansion packs.
$60.
It is, but
$60, $99.
And Blizzard used to be so good with expansions.
Yeah, now they're full games that are 99% done.
Yeah. See, I think I'm trying to think now. I think the World of Warcraft expansions aren't $60.
No, they're not.
They're not.
I think the collector's editions might be.
They're I think 80 to 100. Like they're up there. But collector's edition comes with junk. Whatever.
But Blizzard does, although I was not really impressed with the Diablo 3 one.
Right.
I was not impressed with that one. Because my understanding, like I talked about it a couple of last time whenever we did this, but yeah, I was not impressed with it. Yeah. Let alone the in-game contents of the USB stick, which I'm not going to talk about that because I hated that stuff. Yeah, like the collector's edition, whatever Pandaria is going to be, hopefully it'll be actually something good.
From what I've played, it's been really nice.
No, the collector's edition.
I doubt it. It'll have trading card games in it and
art book,
an art book,
and a USB key, or an authenticator.
It'll probably have an authenticator.
One of the 2.
It'll have a soundtrack.
Or maybe it's an authenticator that's a USB stick.
It'll have a making of DVD.
Guest passes.
It'll have some guest passes.
Comic.
But like the first one came with and then the last one came with a mouse pad too, which was nice. I like the mouse pad. The first one came with a map, like a little cloth map.
The first collector's edition
was actually really decent.
Was that
and then they started throwing.
What was that? Burning Crusade, right?
That was the second one that came out. Yeah.
That collector's edition was actually really good.
It was okay. That's when they started the trading card
thing,
it was, and that pissed me off.
Well, it was a neat idea, and then they actually started following through with it.
Yeah, well, they kept doing it with all. They're like, here's another collector's edition. Have more trading cards, and I'm like, I've tried your trading card game. We had fun with it when it first came out, and now this is getting ridiculous.
Hey, you're actually still doing this card game?
And it's a fine card game, except like a lot of card games. Here's a release. You have a lot of time. Here's another release.
Like
the
Wizards,
World of Warcraft one seems like every 3 weeks there's new cards coming out.
Well, like Wizards actually as a good schedule for the
Yeah, they
releases.
time everything.
Like, I think the next expansion is coming out July.
Yeah, World of Warcraft, every
So.
single time there's another major content patch, we get new cards to match that content, and it's just like, guys...
That makes sense to me, though.
It does make sense, but to me...
It's silly.
And especially if you don't buy them on a regular basis, you fall behind so fast. At least with Magic, you don't fall back. Like, you can still use your old decks. So, that's just me. Either way, fail bombs, fail news bombs, news fail bombs.
Do we give a name for those yet?
No, we don't really have
fail
one.
bombs.
Fail bombs.
I'm good with that. You want to go first?
Sure, I'll do mine then. Silicon Knights. We know they've experienced some
Setbacks.
Yes, some setbacks.
It's called setbacks because
Yes.
they're not gone.
They're not gone yet.
All
Silicon Knights has laid off, rumored, 75% of their staff.
Now I haven't looked at their staff attendance sheets.
Their staff was 40 people before the layoffs.
So numbers carry the 5.
They have 10 people left.
That's not a lot of people.
No, it's their core group that pretty much started Silicon Knights.
Oh, so they're back to square. They hit the 99 score on the snakes and ladders.
Yeah.
Back to square one, guys.
So, and then at the same time, the rumor was also that Eternal Darkness 2 got canceled because Nintendo didn't want to fork over like 10 mil to keep the place open with 40 staff. Well, the rumors have been denied. They've said that yes, there have been layoffs. They wouldn't give anyone a number, and that's all they said. So everybody's like, Eternal Darkness 2 was never announced. So when you say that you're denying the rumors, does that mean that we're getting Eternal Darkness 2
eventually,
or does that mean that
it was a thing?
Yeah, so everybody's kind of confused.
Yeah.
Either way,
now would be a good time for Eternal Darkness 2.
That would be a great time for them to come out with an actual game that makes money, because they need it. Even an episodic Eternal Darkness game to start getting them out. Yeah, just
or on the Nintendo 3DS because
they could do it
because they like doing digital content now.
Yeah,
Nintendo does it.
That's what I mean. So if you started releasing like episode 1 of Eternal Darkness subtitle, totally.
Ooh, remake Eternal Darkness on the 3DS.
Sure, that'll get you some dough.
How much
get
money?
You 30 people back.
You just need to sell like 100 of them.
Easy.
I think you can sell.
I would buy Eternal Darkness on my 3DS.
I would too. I would buy a couple of them.
Well, you wouldn't even have to really do that much. The GameCube game looked pretty damn good.
Surprise! It's easy to remake games on the 3DS, guys.
Yeah. So.
Get on something.
Get on it, Silicon Knights. Either
do.
way, you fail because you've just been failing horribly for like the last month. Well, the big news keeps coming out this month.
The month.
The last 5 years. When did Eternal Darkness come out? Because that was the last time they did something decent.
When did Twin Snakes come out?
Yeah.
Twin Snakes was good.
Twin Snakes was good.
And then after that.
Yeah.
Failing news.
Yeah.
Blizzard is getting sued.
By who? By who?
The country of the month of June. They're getting sued by Korea because of their inability to keep the servers up of Diablo 3.
It says a lot about Korea.
I don't know. Korea makes a lot of money from Blizzard.
They do, but
Blizzard makes a lot of money from Korea.
How the hell does a country sue someone? That's what I want to know.
Hey, China almost sued some dude.
Like, what court does that go through?
Us. I don't know.
We'll mediate through Canada.
We'll settle in an Unreal Tournament 3 match.
Yes.
We will probably lose, but that's okay.
Either way, yeah.
That's awesome. Don't sue a country. Countries shouldn't be able to sue things.
Something seems just odd about that.
Apparently it's like a breach in one of their agreements or something online. And honestly,
goes against toss. That should work both ways.
Like on paper that makes sense, but no one does it.
Yeah.
No one says like, oh, or my PlayStation Network was down for randomly. Oh, I should get money for that. And it goes back up like the next hour because they're just doing maintenance. I'm like, no one sues for that.
No, but to me,
I think it's.
And what court does this go through? Because a court.
Korean.
But whoever's the judge from the Korean court, who do you think he's going to side with?
This is like the whole like Alice in Wonderland and like Queen of Hearts.
Queen of Hearts, off with your head type.
Yeah,
thing.
it's gonna be. It would be that.
That's what I mean. Like, is a Blizzard rep is gonna go to Korea and be like,
"You're let's get something from like a different like country, like Australia."
Yeah, we. That's what I mean. So what? Do you come through like a mediator? Like you can't do this.
Let's get a British judge.
You can't do it in the U.S. because then that judge would be
biased.
You can't do it in Korea because that judge would be
biased. It's like
so
a hockey game. You can't get a ref from either of the.
Damn figure skating judge. Go to Russia.
Russia.
They're totally fair everywhere. Then figure skating judges are awesome.
Then you get to Chernobyl.
That's what I mean. Like, what do you do?
I don't understand how any of this happens. It's just
because if that goes to any kind of court, it should get thrown out.
It probably is by the time this goes up.
So either way,
the fact that it was almost a thing.
Yeah.
Confuses me.
Either way.
Anyways.
Movie news.
Moving news. The Avengers just won't stay out of the news.
That's okay.
Surprisingly, it's a good movie. Apparently, there's some people that haven't seen it.
I don't know how.
All one of you.
Oh yeah, I think there was 4 of them on that one questionnaire we did the one time.
Oh yeah. Get better. This is for you guys.
Yeah.
Because the Avengers is reported that the Disney and Marvel have reported that they're going to be releasing a sort of director's cut for re-release in theaters for the theaters that don't have it anymore apparently. But you can go online, or not online, you'll be able to go watch the original Avengers with extra features, but extra scenes.
An extra half hour. Remember that extra half hour we were talking about, Tony?
Maybe it's an extra hour.
I've heard it's the extra half hour that Joss Whedon wanted in the movie.
Oh yeah?
Well, since the movie finally did well.
So, how could you not think that this would have done well? It is everything you wanted.
I didn't think that I think they thought people would not sit there and watch it for 3 hours.
How? People sat and watched Titanic, and that's a boring friggin' movie.
Except that last 15 minutes.
Yeah, the best 15 minutes in all of filming history.
Yeah,
because
apparently.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Propeller Man.
Yeah. Thunk! Bouncing off. All in 3D now.
Yeah.
Ooh. So you can. I think they're gonna time it with the DVD release. DVD and Blu-ray. That makes sense in my mind.
Yeah.
Like when they do the whole 10 disc box set and blah blah blah. Here's a coupon to watch it in theaters or something.
See, and I was excited for the Blu-ray because we got that extra half hour. I will totally go back to the theaters to see. This movie with an extra half hour of footage. Like I mean, it's worth seeing on the big screen again.
Anyways, it's good enough.
And the fact that they're going to give me a reason to go see it on the big screen, totally worth it. So.
Why do I have save data for Tron? I never even played that game.
Did you play the demo?
No.
Either way, next up,
movies.
Do you remember the Rocky and Bullwinkle show?
Oh yeah, I still do.
Well, there was a dog and his pet boy, Mr. Peabody and Sherman.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting a movie.
Awesome.
And Stephen Colbert has been cast in the film. He's not anybody overly important.
Yeah,
but
he's enough.
He's in it.
He's in it. He's enough for me.
The guy, one of the dads from Modern Family, is I believe Mr. Peabody.
Done.
One of the boy who plays young Peter Parker in the upcoming Amazing Spider-Man movie plays Sherman.
Mm-hmm.
So I loved those cartoons when I was young, and it's hilarious because I really want to yell at whoever wrote the IMDb write-up. Because someone wrote a boy and his dog who happens to be a genius. Sherman is not the owner of Mr. Peabody. Mr. Peabody is the owner of Sherman.
Maybe...
Because it is a dog and his pet boy. It was always branded that way.
Maybe maybe it's being changed.
No, because even the, like all the news press releases.
Oh, okay.
It's still, like, the DreamWorks, who's doing the movie,
right.
has said that it is... a dog and his pet boy, Sherman, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, cool. And the IMDb page was just really confusing to me because I'm
Maybe you should go. I think you can change that yourself.
I think I can edit it.
Yeah,
so
it's like Wikipedia.
I'm going to work on that because that is wrong.
Maybe just go check it when you go home.
So again, I'm really excited about this film because I love Mr. Peabody and Sherman back on the... Well, they travel through time.
Yeah.
And Mr. Peabody keeps calling Sherman an idiot because... Sherman's like 8, so...
Go watch it on Netflix. I think it's on Netflix.
Rocky and Bullwinkle?
Yeah.
I think so. Either way.
Yeah, I'm excited for that too.
It's worth it, so...
Cool.
Yes.
Avid watchers of the TV show Game of Thrones in Season 2, great show. obviously. It's really good. Avid watchers of it have noticed that there's a scene in the second season where there's heads on pikes, like they do in those times. Someone has found Mr. Bush's head, President
Bush.
Ex-President Bush, is that what we say?
No, you still say president.
He's still president? Okay. President George W. Bush, his head has been found on a pike as a leftover prop which the direct art team kind of used and put on the stick. They filmed it and was looking at it in post-production and said, oh, shit, we shouldn't have done that. And then they still aired it.
Yep. It still got through somehow.
So somehow, whoever was, double checking that stuff, it's there if you see it on TV. But HBO has said for the DVD release, we are cutting that out. Obviously, that is
not right. That is wrong.
Weird.
Yeah.
It is weird.
That shouldn't have been there. Someone's been screwing with us.
So if you have it on, if you have it on TiVo or some sort of digital, or if you go online and find it, you will get that, and you will,
You will be able to see President George W. Bush's head on a pike.
I'm almost tempted to say where it should be, but
hi-oh. He wasn't that bad.
He was just really dumb.
He just shouldn't have been, in the Oval Office.
At any point.
So.
Go find it.
Yes.
There's plenty of screen caps on it online. So.
Yeah, obviously.
Other movie news.
RoboCop.
I love it.
Is getting a reboot.
I already love it.
That we already knew about.
Yes. What is the cast in this movie?
They have cast, and I'm loving this cast already. Hugh Laurie apparently is the villain.
Yeah.
So
already done.
Yeah, and I love Hugh.
Hugh Laurie is awesome by himself.
So all by himself. Samuel L. Jackson.
Yes.
Everything known to man.
He's in everything known to man.
Everything. He's in your backyard right now.
Everything's better with Sam Jackson.
Obviously, the man asks to be in movies, and they're like, yeah, okay. And Gary Oldman from Batman.
Weird. It's such a weird cast. Yet yes, I'm excited for them.
I can see them all together.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously, Hugh Laurie will be separate from all of them,
yes.
but he'll make a great villain.
Still no word on who RoboCop is.
Sam Jackson?
They're filming it.
There's the twist.
Yeah, Sam Jackson is RoboCop.
Yeah.
Bitches.
Shaft! I mean...
it's the Shaft RoboCop crossover.
Awesome.
So that's coming up. I saw the poster for it, and it actually looks... Well, it only showed his leg, but with the RoboCop tag on the side of it.
Of course.
So, super excited for 2013 now.
Yeah, it'll be wicked.
Very excited.
And last but not least,
Toy Story, the rumored TV show for Toy Story is a thing.
Kind of.
It's coming to fruition. 2 22-minute episodes are coming sometime this next year. Coming out soon.
Yep.
As a sort of a mini-series. I guess it's trying to build off of the success from the mini shorts.
Yeah.
From the other Pixar movies that they've been doing. But look for that coming out soon. I think most of the cast is coming back for that. Obviously, Tim Allen and Tom Hanks are back for sure. Don't know about Rex or the other mini casts.
Probably, but they get them back so often to do commercials and that kind of stuff.
And it probably wouldn't even hurt them to here's a new toy.
Oh yeah.
For whatever. And this will probably take place after Toy Story 3.
I would assume.
With the new toys.
Yes.
So that'd be cool.
That's right. And I mean, if you really needed to, you could use them instead of the old guy. Like, there's a lot you could do with it. And to me, a 22-minute, it's going to be a 22-minute short.
Yeah, 22-minute short, 2 of them.
Yeah.
Which will have some sort of continuity with each other.
Yeah, which will work for me.
Yeah.
Because the shorts are good.
Yeah, because I don't think I could watch
I could not watch
a weekly Toy Story thing.
And I don't think they could handle a weekly Toy Story thing.
That'd be so much production in that.
Yeah, and your animation would go down the tank.
You would lose money, either lose money out of the wazoo, or your animation is going to be shit.
Yeah, your animation will go down. It'll be like those 3D Mickey Mouse and Winnie the Pooh shows that they had on for ages. Yeah, it'll just kind of, so.
You mean the Disney Channel?
Disney Family Channel rocks, okay?
In the morning at 3 a.m.
Disney XD in Canada could use some help, but that's okay.
Avengers, the Earth Mightiest Heroes.
Yes.
Getting axed.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's getting axed. for another Avengers
I
cartoon.
was gonna say, so another Avengers cartoon must be coming out because that's how they do it.
Yeah.
That's like the Spider-Man cartoons keep getting canceled. So
No, Spider-Man's getting renewed.
I know,
That's Spider-Man.
but it's like Spectacular Spider-Man got canceled because Ultimate Spider-Man was coming out, and one other one got canceled.
I showed the art style to my friend for Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and I don't know how you feel about it.
I don't mind it. I like it.
He actually hates it.
I don't mind.
He actually really hates it.
As a Saturday morning cartoon, I'm okay with it. Like
that's how I see it.
That's why I like Spectacular Spider-Man. Like as a comic book, I would have been pissed, but as a Saturday morning cartoon, I thought they did a really fantastic job.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
The Spider-Man stuff.
So
I personally didn't like it as much as you did, but
Spectacular Spider-Man.
No, Spectacular. No,
Ultimate, again, the art style's cool, but I really like the Spectacular Spider-Man.
Oh, Spectacular is way better.
It's on Crackle. Yeah. Only for Xbox Gold members.
Yeah. PlayStation can get it.
No, but the Spectacular Spider-Man is only through Xbox.
Weird.
Yes.
Super weird. So
that's how they're rolling it out now. So there's special Crackle stuff just for your specific console if you have the specific gold membership to go along with it.
Great.
Yeah. Site news. Sunday. Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph trailer. It wasn't really a waster thing. I actually have a doozy coming up. Not this week.
Okay.
I haven't posted. It's a doozy. I'll tell you about it later. It's I will give you guys an achievement if you finish watching all of it. But Wreck-It Ralph trailer. It is
awesome.
I'm so excited for this movie. That kind of came out of nowhere.
I know.
Like I'd heard rumors of like a Disney super project with video game characters, and I was like, oh, that'd be another Disney thing.
Yeah.
But this is a thing.
Yeah. Well, and it was because I saw movie Bob from The Escapist and some other places. Mm-hmm. He posted. He's like, you guys have to like seriously watch this trailer now. And usually when he tells me to watch things on Twitter, I watch them. Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, all of a sudden it's like I watch it and it's like share on Facebook, must share on Facebook. Like
I don't even remember where I saw it. I think I saw it on the toilet. From my friend's text or something.
There was a total scene with like Bowser and the ghost from Pac-Man
and Zangief.
Yes.
And Dr. Eggman.
Yeah.
Not Robotnik.
Yeah. So he's in there, and General Zombie is in there. Yeah. Like
no. There's room.
Is he like a House of the Dead zombie?
He's a House of the Dead zombie. They've compared him to a House of the Dead
zombie. Not bad. There's zombie good guy. It's what's inside.
There's a Beholder from D&D.
Yeah, there's Cubert.
There's Chun-Li. Some people have found Chun-Li. Some people have found Paperboy.
That's what I think. There's
so much in the trailer already.
That one scene with just like the Bad Guys Anonymous room.
So excited.
Done. Like I am seeing that movie.
Yeah. Like I don't even know. I don't care. And then again, I will see it in 3D because it'll look great in 3D.
Disney actually does 3D really well.
Yeah, Disney.
All the companies.
Disney and Pixar, yeah, they both do it. So.
And it's John Lasseter from Pixar that's in charge of Disney Animation Studios. So.
Well, it also goes along with my like thing of, if it's not in 3D, I don't really want to try and watch it in 3D. Whereas if it's a 3D animated movie.
Yes.
Like Toy Story or Wreck-It Ralph, totally sold. Because I watched Men in Black 3 in 3D. And that was just awesome. It was so poorly done that you saw ghosting. Ugh. Like you know what ghosting is, right? Yeah. Like it was on the top of the screen, and the first thing I say to my friends after the movie's done is like, "Did you guys see that ghosting up there? Great movie. Did you see the ghosting?"
And some people are kind of mad at the trailer because some of those people in the Bad Guys Anonymous room they don't consider bad guys. The one guy from...
Which one?
I believe it's Street Fighter, chest hair...
Zangief.
Yes, Zangief.
He is...
They don't believe he's bad guy material, and I'm like,
he's bad guy from number 2.
But I'm sitting there going...
He was only... I think he was hired, wasn't he?
I don't remember.
Like his backstory, he was hired by
no one really
Bison.
knows the Street Fighter story in its whole continuity and how everybody
watch
fits
Street Fighter 2 anime.
So people are sitting there
I don't know.
Well, he's not really a bad guy. And everybody's like, yeah, but he's not really a good guy. And considering Wreck-It Ralph is a bad guy turning good,
I think
whoever's kind of perceived as a bad guy can go to these meetings.
I think if they had put in Balrog instead from Street Fighter, then they would have had like.
But I think he's a more comical character. Like,
totally right.
It's not the bad to be bad guy. Like
you're not bad guy.
Yeah,
you're just not bad guy. Oh no! Regardless, I don't care.
No, me.
I don't care. And what else do they have? what else?
That's
what
what I
else
mean.
are they
There's
gonna put in? Like,
so much going
if
on.
they've got like Capcom, Namco,
Nintendo's in there, obviously.
Nintendo,
Sega's in there.
Sega, and the Beholder. Who has the Beholder
I
now?
don't
Like,
know.
who has D&D now? Like, is it still Wizards?
Yeah.
Would Wizards have okayed the Beholder?
Obviously.
Yeah, like, you have D&D stuff you could have put in there.
There's so much. And they go through a video game-esque
And
world.
I could have sworn the Night Elf person was like from World of Warcraft.
I didn't see a Night Elf person.
I don't know. She
Either
was
way.
in there for like half a second, but
Oh.
yeah, like there's so much stuff they can do
Yes.
that we don't know about.
And Nintendo, obviously, they're using Bowser. They wouldn't
Like,
be shy about throwing Mario in a movie.
Or, you know, Princess.
Yeah.
Him snatching the peach or something.
Something stupid, yeah.
On the side.
Well, and the one Candyland type world that he goes into is a kart racing game.
It's not actually Mario Kart.
No, but
But
it's a kart racing candy game. Like, so you're sitting there going,
Oh, Mario would be fantastic.
that's
in
what I
this
mean.
game
So I'll
right
like
now. He'll have like a shell and he'll give him like an evil eye or something.
something stupid. Like, there's so many possibilities.
And the best part for them to do that is be like, you know, good guys who are good guys.
Yeah. Well, and he ends up in the newest first-person shooter game, which is essentially like a Halo, Call of Duty. They've mixed Call of Duty, Halo, and something else into the name. Like, it's all this big.
I want to almost say Starship Troopers, but that wasn't really a game.
No, I forgot what the name of. Like, they've said what the game is actually called, and it's literally like a Call of War or something like that.
Oh, Zombies, a Call of War.
Something stupid. So.
Yeah, that's November 2nd. Catch that.
Yes.
Catch it.
Definitely.
Monday.
Dun,
What do we
dun, dun. Do you wear glasses? That is the question.
Yeah, a little bit.
So I do. And like I said on the comment on the website,
Sometimes.
I love my glasses.
I don't look good. I don't look good without glasses.
They have protected my face from many a thing.
I don't look good without glasses. I don't know if you know this.
I don't mind. Like, I have contacts, and I put them in every once in a while, sparingly. But I like my glasses.
For me, like I've always worn glasses for as long as I remember.
So they frame your face.
They frame my face. My face is kind of grown around them, kind of thing. Like it's shaped like I don't know, a tree grows around things. It's kind of planted around.
The glasses just don't come off. Do you sleep with them?
Duh.
How am I gonna see when I wake up?
But like, if I have my glasses off, I'll like instinctively like push them up. And
Oh yeah,
if
I
there's
do that
nothing
too.
there. I'm like, I just feel like an idiot.
I wear contacts, and I'm constantly like,
Oh.
and then there's not, and I'm just like, I'll just pretend I'm rubbing my unibrow. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm petting myself.
Yeah, I'm massaging it.
Yeah.
Feel better.
Yep.
So yeah, I can't do that.
So and then we had some people who wear sometimes glasses, sometimes not.
I see those people.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I used to do that when I had reading glasses, and then my eyes did a 180, and now I can't see forward.
Fuck you.
And I also posted an early Tuesday was Assassin's Creed Revelations,
which we talked about.
Yes, a great expansion pack,
Mhm.
horrid full game. Hump Day Humor was Batman,
Mm-hmm.
but it was an early Hump Day Humor because I didn't do one last week with all the E3 stuff we were kind of finishing off. So
Crazy.
Wednesday Hump Day Humor is also featuring Batman.
Batman.
No.
Batman.
Me.
Did I trade him for that? Yeah, I did trade him for that.
And then we come to today for today's movie review.
5 Minutes of Heaven, which is a Liam Neeson. Yeah, sometimes he's
gotta
got a
start
weird.
drinking before this cast.
Says you. It's got Liam Neeson and a guy called Bennett or something, Nevitt or something. It's more of an indie movie this time around for him because it's really. He doesn't play the hardcore badass like in A-Team or Batman Begins
Or Battleship, or
I'm not gonna comment on Battleship yet.
Or Taken, or the
Taken.
other movie that was Taken but they didn't call Taken. You know the
Oh
one.
God, what is it called?
Yeah, it was the exact same movie.
Oh,
Like you could have taken all the shots from Taken and just put them into that trailer.
Unknown.
Yes,
Unknown. Yeah, that was it.
the exact same movie.
Except his role in this movie is completely opposite.
Right.
He plays a. Okay, so this movie has some history into it. Back in the 1970s, Ireland was not a nice place to be. There was riots, there was resistance everywhere. There's violence. So this movie takes place. It starts off there. It's almost like two movies. The 1970s character that Liam Neeson plays is part of a rebel alliance or rebel something or other.
Yep.
And he kills a Catholic man for the rebels being all like, oh, we don't want you Catholic people here, blah 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 blah. So that happens. But this little 8-year-old boy kind of sees this happening as Liam Neeson's character shoots his brother. So for 33 years, he's all like, "Oh man, you shot my brother! I will try and kill you.
I will find you."
Yeah. The other guy is playing the other way around. Yeah. Meanwhile, the entire other, that kind of ends the first half of the movie. The other half of the movie shows Liam Neeson going, "I shouldn't have killed his brother." Blah blah blah.
He's remorseful.
Yeah, he's all like, "Oh man, I deserve whatever is coming to me." He's going to, because they're trying to do this documentary of he's gonna meet his brother's killer for the first time. And then like the entire time they're all like, "Oh, Bella, oh shit, we could cut. You have to walk up the stairs again, because this guy tripped over the wires." Blah 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 blah. Meanwhile, they're like a door apart because they're like yelling at each other and they don't really see each other until like the last 5 minutes of the movie, and then there actually is a fight between them. No one kills each other, but they fall out of the window. That's the most badass that this movie gets, really.
So it's not an action movie, it's definitely a drama.
It's a drama emotional movie.
Yeah.
Is what it's tagged as on Netflix. But it's still a good movie. It's just don't go in expecting Liam Neeson to break every other person's neck.
Which is good, because honestly...
He's been almost typecasted. And this movie came out in 2009.
Yeah, not that I'm getting sick of him breaking people's bones, but he needs to do something different.
He's in what's that place where he's from? Britain? I don't know. I think he does stand-up comedy. I think either stand-up comedy or some sort of comedy. He has comedic roles in TV shows periodically.
Okay.
So he does have a little bit of a portfolio, but unfortunately,
you just don't see it on big screen A-list movies. Yeah.
So.
I've seen him in like romantic comedies. He's great. I've seen him in.
What's that one on Netflix that has everybody?
Love Actually.
Yeah. That one. I watched it like the first 5 minutes of that. I was like,
it's a decent flick because it's got a lot of people. It's got people in it, and it's actually a half decent movie.
Yeah, it's got not Hugh Laurie.
Alan Rickman's in it. People are in it.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of British people in it.
Yes, there's a lot of people. It's a good.
Simon
movie.
Pegg is in it, I think.
It's a delightful little film.
Yeah, go watch both of those.
Yes. So there you go. You actually watched a movie in this crazy numbered game that you're playing.
It's getting
It was good.
It's actually well, no, 9 was really good.
9 was good. You like 9.
Super 8 wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
And then 7.
And then 7 and 6 you had.
What was
some
7
issues.
again?
I don't remember.
7. Oh yeah, it was that really, really shitty Blade guy.
Right. Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, it was just awesome.
Yeah. So see, you're getting there. Maybe by the time you get.
I don't even check what 4 is.
Maybe by the time you get to 4, you'll get a good movie. So.
But you'll know by 2, I'll get to something good. This guy is something. Fuck you.
Don't watch that movie, please.
Ever.
For the love of God.
There's gotta be a petition to
make it go away. Never make a third one.
I thought that was a thing. Oh right, they can't get funding for it.
Kickstarter.
I'd give them negative money. I'll give them money not to do it. Oh shit.
Kickstarter, we won't make this movie if we reach $10,000.
Crap.
Anywho, with that, we should probably sign off because
Yes.
I don't know how much time we have.
We're making the Skeptics go.
Yes.
Go!
What?
Now.
We're done. That's it.
Oh.
We're done.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are.
It's all talking.
Well, we are still talking, but we should be saying goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.